Hello guys and welcome to the fifth Java MS Access database application tutorial. So in this tutorial we will write code to update the existing record in the database and delete the record in the database. So let's get started. We will work in the GUI class. So first of all we need to create two buttons. So I will have one button, J button, and I'll name it UD update button equal to new J button, and the button text will be update, and then I will have another button del to delete the record. J button, I will have the text on this button delete. Okay, I've created two buttons. Now I will add these two buttons on our panel so it is displayed on the frame. P.add UD. P is the variable which reference to my panel, so P.add del. So I've added these two buttons on my frame. Now let's run the program and test if the buttons are there. Here you go. I have my button update and delete. Do not do anything at the moment. So we will add action listeners for these two buttons so they work as we want them. So I will add action listener in my btn action method where I added my rest of the action listener. So at the bottom of this method we will add action listener for our first button UD. So UD dot add action listener, new action listener, then method public void action performed action event E. Now whatever I will write in between this method will be performed when I click the button. So what I want it to do is update the existing record. So first of all we need to get the data from our text field, save it into the variables, and then we will update when we get those variable and update our database. So I will create a variable string fname equal to, so it will get the data from my first text field which is t dot get text, and then another variable string lname equal to t1 dot get text, my second text field, then string age equal to t2 dot get text. So I got the text from my text fields. Now try and catch, because I'll be writing SQL statements. Catch exception ex. Now in the try block I will update my record. Now so how to update a record? We use rs over result set variable, rs dot update string. As my all the fields are string, so I'll be using string. If you have integer field or double field, use update int or update double instead of string. String only if you have string fields. So this method takes two arguments. First is the name of the database field. So my first database field name is fname, and I want it to be updated with fname variable, which is this one, which is holding the text from my frame. So then second field I will update rs.update string. Second column name in the database is lname, and it will take the value from lname variable. Then third rs.update string. Third database column name is age and the variable age. Okay, now I've got the data into the database. Now I just need to update that row. So rs dot update row, this will update the row. So then I will display a message box, goption pane dot show message dialog, and say it will say record updated. Okay, so that's it. This method is done. So we just take the text from the text fields and then we update our database field with those text fields. Okay, let's run this method, run the program and check whether our action listener is working. Okay, so first field is Peter Swain. So I will change that Peter to some other name like Mark. Okay, so I click update. It says record updated. Now if I go to next, second is Simon Barnett, and if I go to first, instead of Peter it will have Mark. So that means the first field is updated. So update button is working fine. Now we will write the code for delete button, how to delete a record from our database. So we already declared our button del. We will add action listener on this button, add action listener, new action listener, public void action performed action event E. Now there is some error here. Delta add action listener new action here. I spelled action listener wrong. Okay, so how to delete our record is really simple. We just use the method rs.delete row. This will delete the record. But the problem is if we only use, okay, first of all it says error because I didn't write it in between the try and catch block. Try, catch, exception ex. Cut it and paste it between try block. Okay, so rs.delete row simply deletes the row in the database, but the problem here is if we have 3 fields in our database and if we want to delete the second field, it will delete the field but the row will still remain. It will have empty row and we will have a gap in the database, which is not a good practice. So to save us from this problem, we need to close our statement variable and rs variable and then reload them again. So this way we won't have any gap in our database. So statement variable, if you go in your database where you develop the connection, here we declare statement variable and result set variable. We need to close them and then we need to reload them again. So simply easy to close. So we st dot close and rs dot close. Now we closed and then we need to reload. Instead of me writing the code all over again, I just simply copy it from my connection class. So we need to rewrite these 3 statements where we need to create statements again and SQL statement, and where we executed the SQL statement and assign it to the rs variable. So I'll just simply copy these 3 statements, Control C, and I'll paste it here. So we need to create our statement again. We need to write SQL statement and then we need to execute the SQL statement again. And then we will set our database to the next row, rs.next, and then it will get the next row in the database and we will set our text fields to that next row. So our text fields are t.set text and we'll get rs.get string and the name of your database field t1.set text rs.getString, name of your second database field, and then t2.setText, and the name of third database field rs.getString and age. Okay, so our method is done. If we run our program now and check if our delete button is working. Okay, so first record is Mark Swain, second record is Simon Bonnet, and third record is Matt Hill. So I will delete the second record, Simon Bonnet. I'll press delete, and if I close my program and run this program again, and now you notice there is no Simon record, so it's only Matt and Mark. So this is how you delete a record from a database, and this is how you update the record. So that's it for this tutorial. If you have any problem understanding anything from this tutorial, please do send me an email. I will help you, and in the next tutorial we will write the code to how to add a new record in the database. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and see you in the next tutorial.